Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, June 18th. I just can't believe that it's Thursday already. Truthfully. Doggy snoring. So, anyways, I thought to do a little thing on Mitch McConnell. I posted that Amy is ahead of McConnell, even it is a slight, but still... Jazzy. She is still ahead of Mitch McConnell, and I kind of wanted to see what he feels about that. And I got a new laptop. Woo! So that means that I'm able to go live and invite people onto my channel. So hopefully that'll happen soon. I don't know if it'll happen this Sunday, but I'll talk to Scott. If so, I will definitely make sure we get all those announcements out there and let everybody know. But I wanted to do a reading on Mitch McConnell about him, the polls saying that Amy is ahead. And we'll see what comes after that. And then remember always to stay to the end for the daily reading of Trump and see what's going on there. This morning, for some reason, this day feels like doomsday. And I don't know why it feels like that. There's like a deep in my soul kind of disheartening, discontented something. So I don't know what that's about. I keep on asking Spirit what's going on. Is it, is there something going on in Congress? Is there something going on? Just feels something. All right, let's do Mitch McConnell. Let's see what Mitch McConnell thinks about Amy McGrath going ahead of him. And I keep on wanting to do these. I think I want to do my dark mirror with these. Okay, let's do it. All right, fine. I'm going to get my dark mirror out and pull a couple of these with him and see what's going on with Mitch McConnell. I might even do a North Korea and South Korea and see what's going on with that. Because there was a big old fire there. Downcast of pride. It's hurting his pride. Okay. And this one right here, blinded to the pain. Blinded to the pain. Blinded to the pain can mean two things. Blinded to the pain, that sociopathic attitude, that sociopathic personality. They can go in there and they don't care how you feel, what you think. They're going to plow through, which does describe McConnell. However, blinded to the pain, meaning that it's not hurting him just yet. Like in his feelings. It hurt his pride, but not much else. And then alone in the world. Alone in the world really talks about how he feels at this point in time. I'm pretty sure that 45 has got his own problems, and 45 is not going to be concerned about Mitch McConnell's problems. Nor is anybody else. So he probably does feel alone in this world. And his wife is him and his wife are having problems as well. The child was meant to be. Oh, it was meant to be that he lost. The child was meant to be. Because the buddy's up against his pride. The child was meant to be. Well, he was meant to be there. Black flower fragrance. That came up with somebody else too. And then of course, gluttony. Isn't that interesting? Very interesting. The child I was meant to be. The child I was meant to be. He was the pride, blinded to the pain, black flower fragrance. And then you have alone in the world with envious and gluttony. So those are very interesting. So let me pull some of my other cards and see if I can get some more information. Because my first thing is, this whole world he was meant to be in that position so that we all can learn a lesson, or he can learn a lesson, whichever lesson is supposed to be learned. And it is affecting his pride, but it's meant to be that he's leaving. And blind to the pain, which means maybe he's ready. And then the black flower fragrance is what's going to go with him when he leaves. Like all of the pain, all of the BS, all of the lies and all that, all of the pain in Kentucky is going to go with him. And then alone in the world and envious gluttony could represent something else. I mean, gluttony is more, not envious, but gluttony sounds more like who his personality is, alone in the world because of his gluttony. That would make a lot of sense too. Okay, let's see what we got. Ooh, there's just cards falling out all over the dang place for this whole situation. They want to come and play. The Hierophant. Okay, so the Two of Cups here is attraction. Let's see. I don't know. Partnership, contract. The contract is up. New beginnings, blinded to the pain. So that's what I was talking about. That all of the darkness, all of the pain that Kentucky goes through and stuff like that is going to go with him. New beginnings, and then the Hierophant shows up. Spiritual guidance, which is his the alone in the world and gluttony is the reason why he's alone in the world, is because you get what you get when you do what you do, right? That's that whole higher wisdom that we recognize in him, that we have to learn from him, is that if you're gluttony and you do what you do, if you're acting like McConnell, you can only become alone in the world because of your gluttony. And you also have the Empress's creative block turning sour because of his pride. And then the Fool shows up, new beginnings, but it's inverted. So the Eight of Wands, fast movement. Fast movement. So once he is gone, Kentucky is going to recover fast. It's going to start booming and it's going to start turning it around fast. Loneliness. The Sun is inverted, loneliness. See the lonely in the world, then loneliness of the Sun comes up because of his way he is. And it sounds like he's getting a divorce or something's going on with his marriage. He's going to be really lonely. The Three of Wands, looking, planning, seeing the big picture. Okay. So he's actually, sounds like he's ready. And Kentucky is also ready for him to go. And it needs for him to go so that they can heal and so they can get better. Kentucky, I have been down and through there every once in a while, and Kentucky really it's hard to drive through. I mean, there are some places that are nice and wonderful and all of that. Nashville is wonderful, or is that Kentucky? That's not Kentucky. That's Tennessee. I'm getting confused. I'm sorry, but Kentucky. I just remember. I mean, I don't want to offend anybody because I know there's places in Kentucky where it's not like this, but I saw a lot of poverty when I was there. Not every place, but a lot of poverty. And so that sounds like that poverty and that pain is going to go with Mitch McConnell when he leaves, which is good news. Lots and lots of good news. All right, let's look at North Korea and South Korea. See what's going on with there. Because of the problems they're having, see what's going on. I'm going to do 3 across and build and find out what's going on with them too. And his sister is in charge now. Whatchamacallit's sister. So is he dead? Did they fake it? Is he dead? Did they fake it? Why is she in charge now? Is he not getting better? Man, I wish people would just tell the truth. It's all about power. The lies are all about power. Let's see what's going on. You saw me put them in there. It's all inverted again. The Ace of Wands, poor timing. Weight down. Need to adjust and rethink. Lack of confidence. That's interesting. And this is all North Korea. So I'm doing North Korea right now, and then I'll do South Korea. North Korea, King of Wands, born leader. That's her. Two of Cups. Relationship, partnership, contract. Still talks about her being in charge. Ooh, Death. Resistance to change, unable to move on. Lack of hope. So maybe that is her brother, Kim Jong-un. Not literal death, but, resistance to change, unable to move on. He can't do anything. Maybe, I don't know if he's dead or not. I don't want to, do that, but looks like he can't do anything. He's there's no hope with him. It says lack of hope. She has strength and courage to move on. A born leader. She was a born leader. 5 of Wands, which is group conflict. So defending the properties, defending priorities, personality clashes. Hangman, which is surrender, retreat. Interesting. And letting go. 5 of Pentacles are in poverty. Oh, he put them in poverty. And she's trying to rectify that and put them back into good standings. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So the reason why he can't move on because he put North Korea into poverty. 5 of Pentacles. So what? Strength. So they have a lot of hope with her, to be honest. Don't give up. Break free. Avoid arguments. I think the world need to finish what you started. You finish what you started. Do they owe people money? Need to finish with the lack of movement. Need to finish what you started. Okay. The devil shows up. Detach, break free, power reclaimed. I don't know. I keep on getting a feeling of emergence and something is coming for them. Down to earth. Down to earth. Oh, I wonder if he did die, but I don't like to say that. But because down to earth came up, the Queen of Pentacles, motherly, down to earth. Okay, so he put them in poverty. She has strength to bring them up out of the poverty, but I think she's trying to buddy up with other people. Unfortunately, she's trying to detach from possibly how they've been doing things, how they've been acting. She's fighting a battle, but she has a lot of strength. She has a lot of strength to do it, and she won't give up. So she's fighting for her country. She's fighting for her country in the old ways. I think she's going to flip it eventually and bring forth some new ways of doing things so they can get them out of poverty. Okay, so that is North Korea. Let's do South Korea. See if they're on board with them. See what's going on and what they think about the whole new leader and what's going on with that. That was very interesting. I feel she's going to get them out of poverty. Her whole goal is money. Her whole thing is to get them out of poverty and get them back into running and stuff like that. Because Kim Jong-un sucked, is what I just heard. He was very bad at his job. He was overindulgent, but he took care of himself, but nobody else. Very selfish. Very selfish. Very selfish. All right. So let's do, we did North Korea, now do South Korea. South Korea is overlooking, loss, issues, problems not dealt with, the Two of Pentacles, juggling finances. Did they loan them a lot of money? Are they in debt to South Korea? I thought that was impossible. Is that what's going on? They're trying to, either she's trying to repay it or they're trying to fix it. They see the strength in her. Maybe they're trying to work out a deal. Overlooked. The Nine of Wands. The decisions they have to make. Interesting. Okay. Ugh. The Tower. Imprisonment, tyranny, avoiding a disaster, fear of courage, the Tower. This is really kind of not making a whole lot of sense, to be honest with you. Defense. They have to defend. They're going to fight. The High Priestess shows up. Subconscious, silence, wisdom, the future unraveled. The Fool shows up, careless foolishness, recklessness. Yeah, it talks about like repairing everything. They're still in negotiation. That's the reason why none of this is making sense. They're still in huge negotiations, and it could go either way. Because what I'm getting is South Korea has given money to North Korea, and they're in debt, and they're in poverty, and they can't pay it back. Therefore, they're in negotiations with now the sister, because the sister wants to keep it separated, but they're like, you owe us too much money. We need this. We need, there's a lot of negotiation. There's going to be something. We're going to start hearing the build of this negotiation, possibly into a fight, maybe, but we're going to start hearing the build of the negotiations into some serious conversations, and we're going to the world's going to just watch them swirl around in their own working it out. Let's see, do they work it out? Do they work it out, or do they go into a war for years? Do they work it out? Greed, hoarder, miser, penny smart. Oh, death. And the Queen of Swords. Bitter, cover up. The Knight of Swords shows up. Sudden action. Oh, they might go into war. I hate calling that, but it sounds like they might go into war because of this. Okay, enough of that. Enough of that energy. It is confusing energy. They don't have all the stuff that they need to negotiate yet. North Korea is in poverty. South Korea gave them money. They can't pay them back. Therefore, South Korea is pulling rank. Okay, there's the end of that. Let's move on. Let's watch that one. See what's going on, because the information and the situation is not settled. It's like swirling around in negotiations, and they don't even know what's going to happen next. Okay, let's go to 45. See what's going on with him. Let's go with 45. See what's going on with him. I'm going to pull back onto my haunted deck. See what we can get. Let's move out of North Korea and South Korea. That was awful. It's like a choking energy. I feel choked, suppressed, and it hurts a lot. So out of that energy. Let's do 45. See what's going on. What do we have? What's going on with you, Donald? What's going on? He's making everybody get ready for this rally. Everybody's telling him not to do it, and he's like, I don't care, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. I'm doing it. I don't care. I'm doing it. They want to be there. Why do I care? Why do I care? They want to be there. They're going to sign the thing. I'm not going to be legal. The coronavirus is not coming. That's what I hear. Yeah, it may get a few people sick, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. And I hear are you going to tell them to wear masks? And he said, no. They can if they want to. I'm not going to. I'm not going to. They can do whatever they want. I just want them to come. I just want them to be there. Okay. Enough channeling. Yep, there's the rally. The Nine of Swords. The decisions, the Two of Pentacles. The Nine of Wands. Movement. Running away from the White House. He wants to get out of the White House. He wants to get away from there. The Four of Pentacles, which shows up every time for him. But it's under the despair, the poverty, and all tied up. The Eight of Wands. All tied up with the undercurrent of darkness. You see the moon behind her? She's all tied up with the undercurrent of darkness. He has that dark base he's all tied up for. And that's who wants to come to the rally, is all those people. Eight of Swords is still despair about his money, about the money, the decisions. The Four of Wands. You see this card right here? This is the reason why I love this deck. You see how he's meeting with his base. He's meeting with his cult, is what I call them. He's meeting with them because the rally, he wants to get away. I want the rally. Everybody wants he wants to negotiate the rally and get that things taken care of. Judgment shows up. Or justice, judgment shows up. Because his money and something in the court, he's very, very anxious about whatever it is about the money, and judgment is showing up soon. Soon. Decisions. The world will know. The world's going to know. Once the decision is made, the world is going to know. Oh. This speaks something about also the convention, because of the decisions all tied up with his base in the dark entities in the night, in the world. The world is going to show, everybody's going to know, the world's going to know, the world's going to know. That's why his despair and the money and the judgment. He's thinking his rally is going to do him good. The rally is a cover-up. The rally is a cover-up. Something is going on. The rally is a cover-up. The Five of Cups shows up. See how she's worried? But also the Six of Cups showed up, where, that happiness that he has with going to his rallies. Oh, and death. Death of the whole situation. Okay, so there's a big story going on here today. His rallies, wanting to get out, talking it over with his base, getting the plans, but it's not about the rally. It's about something else, people. It's like a distraction. He is worried about his money, and justice is going to show up, because then the world's going to know about the ties that he has, and somebody has to make a decision what information is going to come out and how it's going to come out. However, he still gets a little happy about the rally, just in case it might happen, and he's worried about everything not fitting together, but death of the whole situation, death of all of the plans, all of the stuff. It doesn't pan out. It's not working. I can't say this enough, but everything he is trying, and the Republicans are trying right now, it is just not working. The death of all the plans and all the situations, and nobody's believing it anymore. It's dying. The death of it all. Whew. Okay. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me.